Number 1 is SubZero. Yeah, Scorpion may be number 1 in the fan base, but SubZero is my number 1 favorite Mortal Kombat character of all time. Ever since MK1, I always liked him. I always was into the color blue as a kid, and SubZero, he was just freaking cool, pun not intended. He can use his ice powers for so many things. He can create ice clones on himself, slide across the floor, create ice walls. He can shoot like a blast of ice to freeze his opponents in place. That's pretty cool. Kuai Liang is the younger brother of the original SubZero, who later became Noob Saibot. But Kuai Liang is the most popular SubZero. I always loved him. In MK3, he stepped out of the palette swap ninja variation, and we see him with a scar on his face. And we see his actual face too. But then he went back to wearing his mask in MK4. And MK Deadly Alliance, he started wearing a different type of outfit. We see a older SubZero who became Grand Master of the Lin Kuei with ice arms. His alternate outfit became more traditional, giving us a mask that would later be used in 2 other Mortal Kombat games. And in MK Deception, he gets an outfit that makes him look like the Shredder. Pretty cool. But his alternate outfit in the game, yeah, we don't talk about that one. But then in Armageddon, he gets his alternate outfit from Deadly Alliance and his primary outfit from Deception in a pretty cool way. Then in the rebooted timeline, where things go the way they are, with history still repeating itself exactly, he tries to find out who killed his brother during the Mortal Kombat tournament, while trying to avoid the Cyber Lin Kuei. I mean, heck, he was starting out the fight against Ermac on his own. And then, what else? He fights against Scorpion in a kind of a revengeful match. One thing gets taken away by the Cyber Lin Kuei. He is then converted into Cyber SubZero, which I thought was a pretty cool twist. You replace Cyber Smoke with Cyber SubZero. And I like how in MK9 he gets his own classic skin, despite this is the first time we've ever seen a Cyber SubZero. Then, in MKX, he returns to being a human, well, somewhat of a human. We see him as a Revenant, now no longer as a cyborg. His Revenant outfit looked pretty cool for what it was. It was like the game was saying, oh, this is like Noob Saibot, but different. And of course he takes the mantle of being the Grand Master of the Lin Kuei again. And this where he finally makes peace with Scorpion after berating Frost for trying to ruin it. And then we see him training the new Earthrealm defenders, and he pretty much beat them all, which is pretty cool. And then he helps them hold back against Kotal Khan. And then we see him in MK11 where him and Scorpion are on another mission to take down the Cyber Lin Kuei again. And he fights against Frost and is very angry for Frost betraying the Lin Kuei and becoming a cyborg. He then brings Cyrax back to the good side and defeats Sector and Noob Saibot, only if you pick SubZero in that chapter. Then he battles against the past Scorpion and they become friends. And I love how in the MKX comics he was training under Bo Raicho, who was keeping him safe from the Cyber Lin Kuei so that way he wouldn't be converted again. And the fact that in that in the comic, he took on the Cyber Lin Kuei all by himself. By himself. And he was able to not only bring Cyrax back to the light, but he was also able to defeat Sector. He even stated that he was holding back the whole time, which actually proves he's actually stronger than any other combatant. SubZero is pretty OP. A lot of his endings, like my personal favorite is from MKX and MK9. MK9 where he makes an alliance with Scorpion, which created the new Deadly Alliance. And MKX where he trains dragons with Lin Kuei. Oh, I do wish that became canon, because that sounds pretty cool. And in his MK11 ending, he uses the Hourglass to make his brother very good. And together, they become Grandmasters and defend Earthrealm. Oh man. SubZero is just so cool. I do wish that we got to see... technically, Mythologies isn't the Kuai Liang SubZero, but it was also nice to see a SubZero get his own spin-off game. And I like that. SubZero is just my all-time #1 favorite. Nothing can beat him. I always play as him. He's just so cool. Yeah. So, thank you guys for tuning into the top 24 things I like for Christmas. And I hope to see you guys again with more videos. So bye. And don't forget, Mortal Kombat!